Hi, I'm Graham Cowan, and I'd like to tell you something about what really surprised me when my first book came out. I was very fortunate to get lots of publicity in 2007. I did probably about 100 interviews. But what really amazed me, and this came through on Talkback Radio, book signings, etc., was most of the people who contacted me, about 70%, were actually the carers of someone with depression. They were the ones desperate to find out. And so that eventually led to me writing my second book, Back from the Brink 2. And I'd like to just read out something to you which encapsulates some of the frustrations of people that are caring for someone with depression. After 13 years of living with my husband, I have nothing left to give him. I know we are meant to understand their journey and their issues and their needs and their wants. But as I write this, the anger and resentment inside me is finally bubbling up. Who encourages the partners to find a yoga class, find fulfilling work, or take us to a natural therapist? Who loves and hugs us and supports us? Who encourages us to keep going with no support? I have done everything in my power. Encourage my partner to do all the things you have listed below, as a good partner should. Has my help and my support ever helped him? No. Has it nearly destroyed me? Very nearly. No one ever asks about the partners are going, ever. I very much hope you include this reflection in your book, as it will hopefully speak to all the other people out there who have not dared raise the courage to say out loud, what about me? Every time I do a seminar or a talk, I'm always have a similar reflection to that one there. And it just really reinforces the real importance in sustaining your own care if you are a carer. I advocate 4 things for carers. The first thing is to find out about the different types of depression, the different treatments of depression, what's most effective. And Back from the Brink 2 does provide some insight on that, but there's lots of other websites that do as well. The second thing that you can do is to assist finding the best possible care for your loved one. And there's a separate video that we've addressed which looks at how you find a GP with expertise in mental health. The third thing is to understand that it's not your fault. A lot of people lash out to those closest to them and blame them, but you must know that it's not your fault. And the fourth thing is you've got to take care of yourself. As you can read from that lady who wrote that entry, you can't sustain care if you don't take care of yourself. So where do you find good support when you're trying to support someone with depression? I just want to quickly outline 3 places that I'm aware of that do provide this support. The first is called ARAFME, and it stands for the Association of Relatives and Friends of the Mentally Ill. This website and this organisation is mainly focused to those with chronic illnesses such as schizophrenia. They do have some information about supporting someone with depression, but it's not extensive. The second one is called Carers, and you'll find with both ARAFME and Carers there are separate organisations in each state, and each state has different range of services. Now this is for carers for all types of situations, caring for the elderly, caring for quadriplegics, caring for the blind, so it's all types of carers. So there's obviously lots of common elements in there, but it's not a holistic or dedicated approach to someone with depression. They do have a specialist, many of them have a specialist mental health area, so I suggest you check that out as well. Now the third one, and this was introduced to me by my friend Lucy Brogden, and you may be aware that Lucy had to support her husband John when he was the New South Wales opposition leader, and she had to support him through his depression. So she comes up from first-hand perspective, and she is a patron for an organisation called Partners in Depression. And you'll see on this side of the screen a screenshot of what the website looks like, and you'll also see the web address. Now what I really like about this group and the service they offer is that it has been developed in conjunction with Beyond Blue specifically for carers of people with depression. Their cornerstone activity is a 6-segment program, and they go into things like understanding about depression and the treatments, etc., etc., insights into caring, knowing how to take care of yourself, and lots of support and advice. Now, if you go to the website, you'll also see that they have a number of groups all around Australia, and I've spoken to them recently, and they do plan to also create some virtual groups, which means that people will be able to access it all over Australia. So go to that group. Your care is really important. You know, sometimes you might think that you're not appreciated, but it is so essential. This is Graham Cowan, encouraging you that you have to strive to thrive.
No change, I can change, I can change, I can